Thank you. Good afternoon. Before we jump in the presentation, I just wanted to ask a quick question after lunch. Have you heard of the term describing a person book smart or street book smart? What describe usually a person when it's described as street smart? And I think this is where we will move in to the definition of the smart city. Smart city is the city that uses the latest information and technology, but most importantly also uses data that's been available within the city from various type of infrastructure and utilize it for better analysis and decision making of the city. And that's what a street smart is. Learning as you go along, adapting as you're going along, and coming up with better decision, better positioning, and moving it up from there. In the United Arab Emirates, my home country, and with the vision of our UAE Prime Minister, and at the same time, the leader of the city of Dubai, as you all know, for us, city mayors are not typical city mayors. It's more of the CEOs of enterprises. They run the city with KPIs, they run a city with vision, and they run a city with dictating the success that is being put along for the city. Maybe a lot of cities suffering urbanization, suffering pollution, suffering from water shortages. For us, the main focus in the United Arab Emirates and in Dubai, the focus of smart city is mainly for the satisfaction of the people of the city. And the people for us are the citizen of the city, the residents of the city, and the tourists that come into the city itself. And satisfying them by making them realize the benefits that the city and the government have to offer. And that's where the vision comes from when we look at the various implementation. So the city life, and given the enjoying the city life, cuts across different sectors, different areas, as described by the government of Dubai, focusing on smart living, smart economy, by looking at security, by looking at the smart people itself, focusing on education. We're very proud in the UAE, and we're very proud in Etisalat that have fibered the nation and made the UAE as the #1 country in penetration to the home. But more importantly also, we have penetrated a lot of the classroom of the schools with fiber. Now you're saying, what does that have to do with Mobile World Congress? If the schools are fully fibered up, application can be delivered to the school, and smartphone with tablets will be able to access a lot of these school curriculums. And again, that's why we sit on top of the countries with the smartphone penetration. Focus on environments, focus on a lot of utilities, waste management solution, focus on an economy. We're a country that we are proud of bringing a lot of talents and businesses from all over the world. So we have a lot of focus on bringing businesses, bringing innovation, bringing tourism, and simplifying the process by putting best-in-class government services and city services for the furnishing of the people coming in. And that's how the focus goes in. So the vision of the cities and the mission is use best-in-class technologies and innovation from all over part of the world. We cannot copy different city of the world. We like to innovate in the area that we are in, and I think that's the way cities look at things. They look at their own challenges and their own opportunities, and they create innovation from the area that means more sense to them. Maybe they'll use the same technology pieces, but for a different purpose and for a different means. And in the city of Dubai, with the focus of safety and security, focus on economy growth, focus on traffic and transportation, that's where a lot of the services comes beyond this one. Cities normally, and I think this is valid for a lot of the city of the world, and it's valid for the city that in the countries that we're operating in, it have a lot of advancements. It have a lot of innovation, but it's all in silos. So when you look at the energy sector, the city municipal services, or if you look at the roads and transport, they have silos of activities. And what's missing here, interlinking various infrastructure together, using common data from various city entities, and then coming up with innovative solution relevant to the end user, which the end user cuts across different departments of the city and different sections of the city. So our view of the architecture that it will have more of a common silos and common platforms that various entities of the city can make use of it, infrastructure, platform and services, and multiple devices. So in Etisalat, we started 18 months ago to start looking at our assets, our platform, our infrastructure, going from the devices ends, mix of our own devices that capturing information and data that is relevant to the city, and at the same time also looking at information and data that available with the city, taking it through our own infrastructure, be it the wireless infrastructure or the fixed infrastructure, and also looking at our own platform that are relevant to the city, from payment services to cloud-based solution to hosting solutions to application development to various type of videos and payment services, and taking that one upward in the layer and looking at how can we present the data that we have that are meaningful to the city and visualize it and given a dashboard and report that is relevant also to them. So we looked at different type of the main verticals of the city, and we looked at different type of services and applications. And when we're looking at that, it's about the priority also of the city. So when we look at, for example, transportation, and for me this is the main vertical a lot of the cities is focusing on, because transportation and traffic is the one of the main area and main obvious things that cities look at. And currently we're running proof of concept in the two of the biggest cities of the UAE, Abu Dhabi and Dubai, by capturing the network information, anonymizing the data of the users, and using that information to represent it as dashboard and reports to the roads and transport authorities, telling them what is the average speed on a road, how long does it take from point A in the city to point B, what is the average traveling time. When they do roads and changes, they can look at the data also and they can see the impact of the traffic information. City planning using the same information by looking at potential location of a shopping mall or a regional clinic. All of this can be taken by data that the telecom operator is having, but it has to be processed. It has to have a lot of deep analytics on that information to isolate the side information and take the relevant information for that particular applications. Similarly, in the area of environment and energy management, we started a program more than a year ago where we start implementing solution that is provide building owners, and this is high-rise building owners, with solution that cuts down energy consumption. And the current solution that we're having today is cutting down energy consumption by 19% by monitoring the air conditioning, water consumption, lighting, and everything in the building itself. And so on, relevant also to a lot of the other application. We're not there yet. I mean, both us at Etisalat and the city and the various type of cities also and development that we're working on, we're in the area of prioritizing the different type of services. For some city, we started doing waste management solution by doing embedded bins of the trash and looking at the consumption and the pickup time related. Others were putting payment solution, and we'll look at some of the examples as we're going along. But what's important for the telecom operators here in the room is always to look at your own assets. Look at your strength. Look at what's making you a relevant player in the smart city arena. Maybe 2 years ago, a lot of the telecom services and executive and the CEO, they never looked at smart cities as an area of a strategic importance for them. We probably named it machine to machine as an area of potential revenue growth for us. But we have not dived into verticals. We have not looked at the assets that we have. And what differentiates smart cities than other verticals when it comes to the machine to machine is the localization effect. So when we talk about automotive, you might have limited number of operators that they can work with international automotive company to embed SIMs in their cars and deploy it. But when it comes to smart city, local operators are the ones who can take the solution locally. It's the relevance of the brand of the operator. It's the relevance of the infrastructure, whether fixed or mobile, that is having. It's the relevance of platform that is already available if you are in platform experience related. And most importantly, it's the reach to the end user. Telecom operator, they're having reach by means of channels for awareness and education to the end user, but also presence from shops and location and business centers that is available to interact with user, and being able to work with the city to make sure that awareness and education program can be captured. So I'll run through very quickly the examples we talked about in the energy and environment related. Advance more of fleet management solution that not only capture positioning information, but more of sensors and processing the information for the relevance of that particular vertical and businesses. MiFi solution embedded in cars and buses, allowing the city to provide free of charge Wi-Fi supported by advertisement model for the city. We talked about the smart solution for the energy and environment and transport related. Mobile wallet and mobile commerce solution as a mean to penetrate the city services and retail environment with more mobile-based points of sale. And most importantly, also the health of the people. And this is mainly applicable for the emerging markets. Using the mobile technology to be able to fight diseases. Using such technology to save lives with mobile-based, what we call it the mobile baby solution. Being able to transfer information related to pregnant ladies and children on their well-being to the relevant clinics and relevant health authorities. I will skip the other one. We have signed with the government official related to fighting diabetes in the country along with the GSMA. And finally also we have signed with the GSMA and MOU between the two operators in the country, the city of Dubai and the GSMA, commitment from the two operators and the commitment of the city to put investment to speed the implementation of mobile-based smart city solutions with timelines, KPIs and commitment by all parties to invest to do proof of concept in order to realize a vision of a smart city as a lightning speed comparing to the other cities of the world. So to wrap it up quickly as I'm running over my time, operators, we have a lot of assets and capabilities that we have. And I think we'll have to play a stronger role in our society, in our countries. Maybe we were lucky in the UAE by having a government with the vision of implementing and pushing such programs. But in other cities of the world, I think we'll have to be the advocate in these cities and this country by taking the mobile technology, which is a great technology to be able to transform lives, businesses, and city services to satisfy people and to bring also revenues to the relevant party. So I think we cannot just sit back and wait while somebody will come with a final solution and provide it to us to sell it to the market. But I think we'll have to be proactive. We'll have to be engaged in this business discussion. We have to try. And we cannot do everything alone. So we'll have to be open for partnership with different technology provider, but also with your own competitor in that particular city and country to be able to deliver a solution that is ubiquitous and a solution that cuts across all the verticals. With that, we thank you.